Serendipity was my reason. I had no prior expectations to land myself in this field. In fact, I grew up in a relatively conservative family that never talked about sex or reproduction or anything related to that, except the message that this is wrong and this is bad. So, but I always knew I wanted to do research, and so I was in first year of my undergrad and knew that I needed to get some experience. So I started knocking on the doors of different faculty members in psychology and got a lot of slam doors in my face, basically telling me that I was too young. I was only 18 years old and I had no experience and they had no need for me. And then finally one door didn't slam, and it was, I had no idea what kind of research this person did, other than that they were in psychology and they were a full professor. And after a fairly lengthy chat, he said, okay, I'm willing to take you on, even though you're relatively junior, on one condition. And I was like, sure, I'll do anything at this point. And he said, you have to watch rats have sex. And so I agreed. And from that point, I spent the next 6 years working in an animal behavior lab, basically studying animal models of sexual dysfunction. So administering different medications, looking at the impact on male and female rats' sexual response, etc. And then by the time I finished my master's, that was the same year that Viagra was approved in 1999. And there was, as a result of Viagra being approved in men, there was this simultaneous question, which was, hey, what about women? And so purely out of interest, I just started to read the human female literature on sexual dysfunction and sexual health, and was absolutely struck by the lack of data. And so, serendipity again, timing worked out. I had just started my PhD. I was much more interested in clinical issues and doing fair bit of treatment, and made the switch over to human research in 1999 and haven't looked back since.